Alrighty, so this is my review for season 1 of OKKO. So I do want to explain this. So I did, because with OKKO it was weird. Like I was able to get some on YouTube, but not all of it. And then eventually it was just full reviews down the line. But what I will say, because I'm recording this, I say new, I'm recording it on May 24th, 2021. So I don't know how new it'll be because I don't know when I'm going to actually get to posting OKKO specifically. But I have the reviews for 7 to 15 of season 1, 36 to 42 of season 1, and then everything from episode 11 of season 2. So episode 11 through, to the finale, and then the 20 episodes of season 3. So I have those reviews. And now for everything from episode 11 of season 2 on, I'm going to post the original reviews that I made for when I first reacted to the episodes. I made reviews for those episodes. But I'm not going to post the episodes 7 to 15 review, and I'm not going to post the episodes 36 to 42 original review. That's going to kind of just be an archive thing that's only really going. I'm sure they're archived somewhere. Maybe I don't know if the reviews are archived, but I have them. They're in my data banks. I still have those original reviews, but I'm going to make a proxy kind of hub for season 1 here, and I'm going to make another video that'll be for season 2, episodes 1 to 10. This will be the season 1 review. This is a new quote-unquote review, as will the season 2 episodes 1 to 10 video, but then all the other videos after that for OKKO will be the original reviews when I got to posting OKKO those times. So this is season 1 of OKKO. I've never rewatched this show, so it's been a while since I've watched it. I don't really have much to say. Again, this is just an archive hub for my reactions. But this was a show that was just wholesome, and it's unfortunate that this show had to end where it did and had to kind of maneuver around the fact that it had to end and figure it out, and I think they did a really good job with the hand they were dealt. I really want to shout out Ian for just making a great show. Like, this is a show that, it's interesting, right? Because I feel like this show was like really cool, and it kind of like existed and faded into the ether, but I feel like it was a show that like really embodied what a cartoon is supposed to be in its purest form, and I really appreciated that. And I feel like, unlike some other shows that I did really like obviously I was a fan of Steven Universe, I was a fan of Star vs. the Force of Evil, but I feel like a lot of those shows often tried to have their cake and eat it too. I feel like that's more a Steven Universe thing, but I feel like in both of those shows there was the kind of, because I feel like Star did it better, but Star still had issues. Because if I had to pick which show I liked better, I would probably go Star. But I feel like both of those shows, it was a weird mix of being really amazing, but then having just kind of a few things that I, didn't really care for. And a lot of people have brought up that they weren't the biggest fans of course. But I feel like personally, I like Star a bit more. But with Steven, it was one of those things where I feel like the show tried to be too, I don't want to say intense, I feel like that's a bad word, but tried to be true dramatic while also trying to be too much of a cartoon. I feel like sometimes these shows don't have the right balance because sometimes the shows don't know which one is their identity. And I feel like it was better done with Star, but it was still really cool with Steven, especially when it really worked, because Steven had so many great episodes in it. But OKKO, I feel like, never really escaped its identity. I feel like throughout the entire series, OKKO understood that it was a fun show. And it did serious things, and it did more, intense storylines occasionally, but I feel like it never lost sight of whether it was trying to be intense or trying to be a fun kids show. And I feel like it always was trying to be a fun kids show, and I think that's where a lot of my appreciation for OKKO was. I feel like OKKO always knew what its identity was and never tried to be more than what it was, while still pushing boundaries and doing interesting things in the narrative that made the show appealing to all audiences. I think it was really cool. I feel like the balance was just really good, and this is a really underrated show. I feel like it didn't try to be too much, but I feel like for that reason, it's a weird show for me because I don't really have the same like passionate memories of. But I feel like with Star and Steven, I went on such a journey given the when I got into the shows, how long they went, and like the journey of the shows. So I have a lot more like passion for those shows. But honestly, OKKO, I probably overall liked it more than those shows. It's kind of weird for me to say because I feel like I was so much more invested for the most part into Star Versus and Steven Universe, but OKKO I feel like just hit right, whereas Star and Steven were more bumpy. Although I will say, Steven in its peak, insane, and Star, oh my god, Star, in my opinion, in its peak. Now I know a lot of people disagree. I think season 3 was the peak, but Star, oh man, Star hit so good when it was good, So that, I mean, like I'll always, passion-wise, it'll probably always be Star, Steven, OKKO, but I would say, I think OKKO and Star are pretty close, because I think even with my issues with Star, I thought that show was so fucking cool and so wholesome. Steven, I loved Steven so much, but I would still probably put it below the other two. But I don't know, I just kind of think of that. I just thought, like, I was trying to think of, like, what to talk about for this review, and I was like, man, OKKO was underrated. Like, that's my general point, because I like all 3 of the shows I was talking about, and there's other shows. But, like, OKKO is not as good as Infinity Train, because Infinity Train's is the sauce. So let's not go too crazy here. But OKKO was just a really good show, and it's like, I feel like with OKKO there isn't like a ton to praise about it. I think I already praised the big thing was it understood its identity, but I think more than that, there's really almost nothing I could say bad about this show. I feel like it just hit in the right ways and it made sense and it worked. And not every show has to, remake the wheel, has to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you can just make a show that fits in for its era, does what it needs to do, and, for better or worse, it got out. And I wish there was more of this series. I wish that, they got to do their storylines to the conclusion that Ian and company envisioned. But at the same time, this show never got bad. So, it's kind of a little bit of the Gravity Falls effect. Now, the difference is Alex Hirsch got to do his show to his ending the way he wanted. If anything, he had all the room and all the ability to go further if he wanted to, and he was like, no, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to end it, and that worked out phenomenally for Gravity Falls and for Disney and for Alex. OKKO was a little different because OKKO kind of got the boot and was like, all right, you're going to have a few more episodes, finish the series. And I think they did the best with what they could, and I think the show was really good for it. But it's a shame at the same time because I did really like this show. And it'll be nice to get these back up on the channel. The Season 2, Episodes 1 to 10 review I'm going to record in a few moments. Whenever this goes up, that review will be not long after, and the rest of the series will be not long after that. So I guess with those 2 reviews, there will be 8. So we're going to have 8 videos that will archive my OKKO reaction. So this will be video number 1 of 8 for OKKO. So this might get posted on its own. I don't really know how. I don't know, because I don't even know when I'm going to be posting this. But whenever this goes up, that'll be cool. But yeah, that's OKKO for you. Peace. Yeah, and links down below in the description. The reactions, of course. You guys know the drill.